So what we have before us is a Calabrian white wine. Stay tuned for this review. I was very excited to find this wine. Now, I was at a local wine merchant, and I definitely don't bring up wine merchants all the time. And the reason I don't is very simple. I buy the wine. I don't get a discount. I also used to promote that particular or a particular group of wine shops. And I stopped doing that because there was never any sort of acknowledgement. There was never anything like a like even, or a subscription on my Twitter, let's follow each other. And so I stopped doing that, and hence that's the reason why I don't bring that up. Doesn't mean I don't like wine stores. I go to them, I buy from them as well, and so I like to see it as a mutual relationship, regardless. But here's what we have. Now I'm very excited about this because in the region, now it is the boot point of Italy as opposed to the boot heel of Italy, and it's a region I've never been to yet. So I've been on all sides of it almost, of Calabria. So it's a fantastic region known for its red wines. 90% of the region produces red wines, Galliopo. And so this is a really interesting blend of wines. Let me show you the label here. I think it's really cool because it's so simple. It's called Chora, IGP Calabria Bianco 2012 vintage. And so the label says that this is a 12.5% ABV. And this is a producer group known as Lancino. So this is Prodotto e Imbottigliato da Società Agricola. So this is a cooperative group is what that's saying. And so I think it's a really beautiful wine. And what I'm loving about this wine is its varieties. Here's one of the interesting things. I went to the importer's website, and they call this particular variety in here. I'll tell you the varieties. It's called Mantonico Bianco. It's Garnacha Bianco and Pecorello. Now on the website it shows that this is Mantonica. And I thought, I'm not sure that's correct, or perhaps it's a misspelling. So instead I have this really great tool, which I hope to put on my own website when I finally get my website revitalized. And in that, it's going to be my taxonomy. Now, I was really curious. I kept hearing this magical word of 10,000 wine varieties. Is that really the case, I thought? And what's very, very fascinating is what one might think is a mistake, such as Mantonica. It's actually a synonym. There's a lot of synonyms per wine variety. And so basically the wine grape is known more commonly as Mantonico Bianco. It can be called Mantonica, but it's also referred to more commonly, at least in the taxonomy sense, as a Mantonica de Bianco. So it's a white wine from Mantonico. But it's a really sublime wine. And I don't know the exact capture, maybe it's 1/3 of each. So maybe 1/3 of Mantonica Bianco, maybe it's that 1/3 of Garnacha Bianco, and as well as Pecorello. And I'm fascinated how the Garnacha Bianco got here. It's probably because of the Spanish. So the Spanish kingdom had the kingdom of the two Sicilies, and also this southern region of Italy, and perhaps that influence from northeast Spain brought the Garnacha Bianca. Another story on this wine is I was saying that I got this at a wine merchant. While I was getting this wine at a wine merchant, I had a bag. This crept out of the bag and fell onto the sidewalk. I ended up finding this unique wine. I thought, oh, this is what I've been looking for, is a Calabrian white. How often do you see that? Almost never. And so it did break my heart that the bottle broke. Instead, I turned back around and I took Uber home. I didn't even take any steps outside that wine shop because I'm not going to take that chance. So it is a fantastic expression of wine. I thought this was a natural wine, and I did see some documentation looking at this as maybe more of a natural wine in terms of some of the way that the wine is being produced. It does contain sulfites, so it depends on your variation of a natural wine. It does have a beautiful gold coloration. It does taste a bit like a natural wine, but not quite. It probably is low on sulfites is my expectation. That seems to be a very popular trend in many parts of the world, not just in Calabria or southern Italy, but all throughout the world. And it is really something to treasure, enjoy with seafood, enjoy with I would say a white pasta sauce dish, a white pizza. So the scent and flavor characterization really weave in some beautiful notes that make this appreciable on its own. So on the scent characterization is really a notation of a bit of honeycomb, white Italian fig, orange citrus peel, and zest. a bit of passion fruit and flowers. And that's the flavor characterization. Very earthen notes here. Beautiful golden citrus zest and peel. A lot of minerality on this. So oyster shell is part of this, as well as a bit of salinity, beeswax, passion fruit. Again, those moist stones come into play, as well as white flowers. A fantastic wine. And I also want to point out that Garnacha Bianco is some DNA profiling that I did see some research on, saying that this is suggesting, it's not verified yet, that this could be the parent to Galliopo, which I think is really interesting. It's this region where, in many ways, of course, it's a pathway to Sicily, Sicilia, and yet it's also its own distinct place with its own distinct history that is not quite other parts of Italy. It's not the Lazio. It's not, Emilia Romagna. It's its own region. It's not the Veneto. And I think that's a really fascinating thing, is that how do these wine grapes get there? How do they, so to speak, get planted in terms of something that's a tradition? And I think that's a fascinating thing about wines like this. So thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. Let's do a handshake. I'm on a variety of social medias. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on WordPress. And so definitely let's stay connected. And also Pinterest and Instagram. So you'll find me there, but also you can leave questions and comments down below. I'll put more information on the importer down below, as well as any other material I will find on this wine. And also the like button's down below, so please hit that button. And the subscribe button's right up here. So thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for more. Salute!